What's the deal, YouTube? What's the deal? We're back at it with another YouTube banger today. We got OnlyFans chick gets mad at Myron. They go head to head. So let's see how this goes, baby. But before we do, drop a like for your boys. Show some love. Y'all been showing some love on the last couple videos. I appreciate that. Show some love, baby. Ain't nothing too crazy. You just drop a like. That's all it is. Just drop a little like for your boy. If you want to be nice and drop a sub, you can too. All right, let's go.
A dicey game to play.
Here's the thing.
Really is.
You cannot, and this
YOLO.
is very interesting that you brought this point up. I find it very interesting how women don't want consequences for poor decisions. If you sexualize yourself as a woman, 9 out of 10 times, every man you deal with is going to sexualize you as well in reciprocation. A man cannot sexualize you or how do I say this? Objectify you unless you objectify yourself first.
Correct.
That's the reality. So
correct.
You're saying society, does these things and constricts women's sexuality, whatever. What if it's to protect them? And the reason why it's to protect them is to keep men from giving them the evil eye and objectifying them and looking them at nothing more than a sexual object. What if it's to promote modesty? What if it's to keep that woman's value high to a degree where people don't disrespect her?
If
Because
men
let's be
cared,
honest,
they wouldn't own porn companies.
There's a reason. Well,
I want to be pimps.
Okay, but yes, there's.
It's the truth. Men are just as bad with this.
Men are just as bad as what?
Like as promoting this whole entire stereotype in women that it's okay for you to do, but not for my daughter to do. But someone else can do it, and I can make money off her, or I can own a porn company, or I could own all these things. Then we should just do away with it for everybody. Then.
Okay, I mean that's the way the world operates. There's drug
The world
dealers, there's
doesn't
people
operate.
involved in all that stuff. But
get it.
I mean, if I'm a drug dealer, like, and I
But
get
do
arrested,
you
am
look
I
at-
going to
do
get
you watch
mad
porn?
at the fact? No,
Never.
But, no, I make
Just
my
asking.
own. I make my own if I'm
Okay,
going
I'm
to
just
do it.
asking.
But
It's like I asked your number
that's kind
for a woman
That's kind of
that
deflecting
you
the
would-
question. The point I'm trying to say is that if you're going to make certain decisions, right? Fast money typically comes with slow problems. To be prepared for people to not respect you. There's a reason why when you go to a job interview, you dress a certain way. Why? So that you can get the job. You're putting your best foot forward. You're coming in a resume, coming in a suit. You're well trained on the job, etc. So I'm not telling you that you can't do pornography, but it is ridiculous to me how girls think that I should be accepted no matter how I behave. If I put a certain light out there, you got to accept it. What if I decided I want to eat Cheetos all day, be fat, drink Mountain Dew,
Smoke weed.
play video games, and I deserve a bad bitch. I deserve a baddie. She should be coming, sucking my dick on command. No, you guys look at me like I'm delusional and I'm stupid, which, as rightfully so, I am. I do not qualify for this caliber of woman because I haven't put myself up to a certain situation. However, I find it hilarious that women think that the world owes them understanding. And you don't understand, I had bills to pay, or it was tough, or I had to do this, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying you can't do that. You can do it. But you need to understand that there are consequences to your actions, and women are allergic to the word accountability. You're saying be sexually free, whatever it may be. That's cool. You can be sexually free, but don't sit there and expect people to respect you. They're not going to.
Okay, so again, you're
Some people
Actually, matter of fact, hold on, real fast, real
Everyone's
fast.
not going to respect
Your
you.
own actions in life have proven that you didn't want to go that route. Why did you go to Cornell? Why did you get an education? Why did you, strive to go to an Ivy League school?
If
Well,
society
because you
respected women, they
understand-
would pay nurses more, so I didn't have to actually go into this.
Okay,
field.
well,
Let's just be honest.
Yeah, okay, well, you could have, tried to get a promotion, become a doctor, do
Promote a
something else.
doctor.
So what
I was a
mean-
nurse. I took care of
You
dying
could've
children,
become
but
a
I
nurse
make more money being a
practitioner.
porn star on the internet. Let's just call a spade,
Yeah,
because society doesn't give a fuck. They
About
care
what?
about respecting women like nurses, people that do this, teachers. They don't pay them the same as a porn star can make. So let's change that.
well, if you're
So
willing,
women- but it's the truth.
well, that's a personal decision that you made where you're willing to
She's down. She sounds dumb. She's like trying to make society. Hell, I don't even know where to start with that argument. That sounds kind of crazy. You can't compare a nurse to a porn star. One is, helping people that are dying, being good to society, being a nurse, whatever it may be, whatever that comes with that. Another one's, sucking dick and fucking on the internet. I mean, those are two totally different things. Obviously, you're going to meet a bunch of desperate ass men who are willing to pay for that. So yeah, you might be able to, that's like saying, oh my God, well, they need to start paying people who work construction jobs the exact same as they're paying drug dealers. These drug dealers are, yeah, they're not getting money by the way it should be, but I don't know. That sounds kind of crazy. I kind of see what she's saying, but then again, it's like, those are two totally different things. Those are two totally different things. I get it, but then I don't get it. I think she's just kind of mad and she wants to argue. I do kind of get her point, though. I'm not gonna cap.
compromise
I went that route.
respect
I went that
for
route.
money, which is fine.
I needed the money. I couldn't support myself.
On a nurse's salary, nurses make 6 figures.
I live in New York City. I made after taxes in New York City about $100,000 a year.
That is in the top 15% of earners.
I was never going to be rich
Okay.
on a nurse salary.
So
that's facts.
So basically, you decided.
I said, yeah.
I want to be rich.
I don't want to be stressed.
I will compromise
every single month.
Respect,
live paycheck to paycheck.
from people, because let's be honest, no one respects porn stars. I will compromise my respect for more money, and that's fine. That's a decision you made.
It's a decision I made. I stand by it.
Okay, but you can't get mad at society for not accepting it.
I disagree with your comment that no one respects porn stars.
No one does, dude. No one does. Even women in themselves.
I'm not saying I wanted to be a porn star. I didn't wake up and
even
say,
women in themselves, when they
He's not lying. No one does respect the porn star. I'm gonna keep it all the way G with you. The moment they find someone, anyone knows that you're a hoe, it's just they look at you different. I'm gonna keep it G. I do. Why would I don't trust you. You don't have no morals, no principles. You're willing to do anything for anything, like as long as someone got some money, you're willing to do anything for them. So I don't know. That doesn't mean I don't respect. Oh well, no, I get it. I won't. Damn, that's a tricky one. That's true. There, it's tricky. You don't respect them, but then I show them respect, as in like I'm not gonna treat them any different. But what do I trust them? Would I want to be with one, or would I want to date one? Fuck no. That's a hell no. That's a fact. But I do get what he's saying there, though. Society don't really respect hoes like that. Girls don't even respect hoes like that. That's the first thing they're talking to. Whenever they get in an argument with a girl, you're a hoe, you're a slut, you're this, you're that. So, I mean, hey, it's safe to say nobody respects hoes out here.
College and be a porn star.
Talk shit about each other. What's the first insult a girl says? You're a fucking slut. Yeah. You're a hoe. She's the first thing that women do when they insult each other is they attack their sexual past. Women will sit there and say they're empowered, but that's the first attacking point is you're a hoe, blah, blah, blah. So let's be honest here, man. Like, it's not a profession that's respected, and it's going to disqualify you from a lot of men in a long-term relationship. So you can be sexually free, but you gotta understand that freedom comes at a cost.
No one is saying that they don't understand that. No one
it just comes down to money at the end of the day.
No one at all says that they don't understand the consequences of their actions. But I think that where I'm getting hung up on is you are generalizing so much. You say women.
The world operates in generalities.
Okay.
We have to.
Okay, fine.
All right. Sorry. Too much more up. This girl's leaving. She's emotional. Miss Haram. So get her out.
All right. Just make it quick then. We don't got to make it a whole, thing. Just let her get her stuff, and y'all could escort her out. And take her Instagram off the thing too.
Yeah.
Shorty's crying.
Probably. And here's the thing. That's sexual empowerment for you.
Yep.
When you can't speak about what you do openly, and you feel a certain way, it goes back to the biology, man. Women know deep down that, this is not acceptable for me to be doing this shit. Like, they know it deep down. That's why, like, there's a reason why when a guy asks a girl, what's your body count, whatever, they hesitate. They don't want to say it. There's a reason why when girls say, I do OnlyFans or whatever it may be, they're kind of hesitant to say it. Right? Some girls might say it out loud, but deep down, if you meet a man of your dreams, you ain't going to tell him that shit.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to just,
go ahead.
For sensitivity, stop you right there. Have you ever, are you from a Muslim country? Are you Muslim?
Yes.
You are Muslim.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You are practicing Muslim.
I'm a crappy Muslim.
Are you a practicing Muslim?
Haram. Well, I could do better.
Haram. Okay. So, but then you should understand the amount of pressure and the amount of stigma that comes behind just a woman even showing her hair and the majority of her face and her ankles and her body in certain countries. Did you?
I don't have to be Muslim to know that. Saudi Every Arabia? Religion has practiced female modesty.
But this is not religion. This is country. This is culture. This is everything that she's, grown up with.
So what are the chances that every culture on the face of the planet practices female modesty? There's a reason for that. Think about that for a second. Think about it. Chinese, all the way to Native Americans, to the Islamic world, Christians, etc. They all practice modesty with women, right? But they never met each other, right? Until colonization is everything else like that. But they all practice female modesty. Why? Because they understood that you got to protect a woman's value. It's a woman's job to preserve a value. It's a man's job to create his value. Okay. I'm not telling you can't do what you want. But for you to sit there and say, we should be accepted no matter what, that's a ridiculous concept. You're not, so you cannot be accepted no matter what.
But you can also respect the fact that it's a little triggering for someone such as yourself.
Triggering like what? I'm just telling the truth.
Correct, but it's a little triggering for someone such as herself to be put in this.
So I think that she understands. If I'm understanding the situation, she gets what he's saying. She understands it. She just wish he said it nicer. That's what I'm thinking she's saying, but it doesn't matter how he says it. It's the truth. The truth is the truth. That's it. It doesn't matter what it is. It shouldn't matter if I say it with a loud voice or a soft voice, or if I add all these cookie cutter words into it. It's the truth. It does not matter. The truth is the truth. That's what it is. But I mean, and if that other girl leaving, I mean, I don't know why she left. She got emotional, started crying. They're just having a conversation. If you don't agree with it, you don't agree with it. Okay, oh well. Who cares? You don't see guys. Guys have like, we argue about everything and anything. And if there's stats behind it, we'll argue it to the day we die. We don't cry about it. Oh my God, he didn't agree with me. Maybe if they're little kids, little boys, even like toddlers, they argue and they cry about it. Is there, man, you don't do that. I don't know why she did that. You're coming on a podcast to talk about relationships, studies, whatever it may be. You're going to have debates. Why are you going to cry and make yourself look stupid in front of thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of people? I mean, you knew what you signed up for. That's what I'm saying. She didn't want to take accountability. She didn't like the facts that he was spitting, and she left. I mean, it is what it is.
Position to be able to freely speak about all of these things that, again, her family, friends, people that she's grown up with, her entire culture has practically disowned her because of just the fact that she doesn't want to wear, a hijab.
But here's my thing.
That's
Can
reality,
I say
though.
something?
It is reality.
That's reality. Here's the difference. This is why this podcast is popular. We tell women to their face what men really think and how we view things. Men care about a woman's past. It is what it is. If you have certain types of traits or professions, or you come from a certain background, it's going to disqualify you from a percentage of men. Mm-hmm. The thing is that we have an issue of male standards, but we don't have an issue of female standards. No bats eye when a girl says, I want a rich man, a guy that's tall, confident, ambitious. But when a guy says, I don't want a girl that's a porn star or a girl that has a promiscuous past or whatever,
it's a problem.
It's an issue.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think that's reasonable.
You're literally arguing right now for the contrary.
You just said I disagree. I think that's reasonable.
No, I think it's reasonable for each and every individual to have their own particular standards. That's
100%. But then you have to be okay with the backlash that comes from it, because a lot of people are like, I'm super secure, this is what I do, and fuck everything else, and then this happens and she has to leave. That means she's not completely accepting of what she's doing.
Well, we also don't know
psychologically.
We also don't know. We're also supposing why she's emotional. I have to.
No,
100%,
and I understand why she would be like that. But what I'm saying is,
she could have got a text that her dog died. We don't know why she
doesn't have a phone with her. So nice try. The reality is she knows that objectifying herself on the internet for money, clicks, and attention is not the natural state of order of things. Women typically don't want to do that. Okay? She's doing it. What? You got it. Yes, she does OnlyFans.
Oh, okay.
Yo, let's move on.
We have 9
You're making an argument for something you're not even aware of.
Yo, somebody save grandma, man.
Oh my God. Well, that goes to show, women will protect each other even if they don't know the facts, bro.
Jeez,
We're telling you the truth, man. You could do what you want, but you can't get mad at the consequences.
Okay, so you're.
Oh man, that's the end of that banger right there. I mean, I didn't try to interrupt as much because I wanted to get the full point across. Did y'all catch that at that last couple 20 seconds? She's like, what? Did she do OnlyFans? She didn't even know that girl was an OnlyFans girl. Oh, hell no. That's what I'm saying. Women would argue a point that they don't even agree with just to argue it. That's insane. That's crazy. She didn't even know what was going on. Moral of the story is, hey, if you're going to do something, you got to know that and accept the consequences behind it. I know she said, well, majority of the girls here understand the consequences behind them doing that. No, they don't, because then they wouldn't be acting like that. They wouldn't be so shocked whenever guys don't want to take them serious because they chose to do them whole things. They wouldn't be shocked whenever guys just want to fuck. I mean, considering you got your tits and your everything out. I mean, what is it? There's a saying. Damn. Okay, so I remember I heard this. I don't remember how far ago. It had something to do with costume. If you're in a cop's costume, they're gonna think you're a cop. They're gonna, if you pull someone over, you're in a cop's costume, they're like, oh shit, you're a police officer. If you're a firefighter dressed up in a firefighter stuff, you're gonna think you're a firefighter. If you're a chef dressed up in some chef's uniform, you have a chef's knife, they're gonna think you're a fucking chef. If you're a hoe and you're dressed up in a hoe uniform, or you're not a hoe and you're dressed up in a hoe uniform, they're gonna treat you as a hoe. That's just the way it is. You can blame men all you want. I mean, that's just the way it is. I know you say it shouldn't be like that. There's a lot of things it shouldn't be like that, but they just are. I mean, you gotta take it how it is. You don't see men complaining about half the other stuff that gets put up on them. I mean, it is what it is. Just deal with it. I mean, so if you don't like that, then don't do it. Don't be a hoe. For the other girls, like, oh, I was a nurse and I wasn't making a lot of money. Nurses do make a good amount of money. If that's the case, get another job. It's not hard. Get another job. Find something else that you can do. I hate whenever girls, like, this is the number one argument that these hoes like to do. I know y'all like, oh, they'll be calling them hoes, calling what it is. I'm calling them. It is what it is. A spade for a spade. If a girl sees a fat guy, she's like, oh, that fat man. So hey, I see a hoe. She's a hoe. One of the things that they do like to do is, oh well, I mean, yeah, girls like to fuck for free, so I'm just fucking for money. I'm not blah, blah. They like to use these stupid arguments. Okay, cool, you can do that, but don't get mad when you're going to be 40, 50, 60 years old with cats getting married, because no guy's gonna want to take you serious. And if you do find someone, you're gonna have to lower the fuck out your standards, because the guy that you want, I'm guaranteeing you, is not going to want a hoe. I know you're gonna say, well, I'm just gonna manifest it, I'm just gonna think about it, and God's just gonna bring them to me. And that's not the way it is. I'm sorry, that manifesting shit has got to y'all's damn head. It's crazy. That's a dangerous ass drug that y'all have. I mean, women have the only privilege of thinking like that. Men don't. How stupid would it be for me to sit there and be like, I'm gonna be a millionaire today. I'm gonna manifest it. I'm gonna manifest it. I'm not gonna do anything towards it. I'm just gonna hope that it's gonna come get to me. How many people do you know that pray and wish they're millionaires? They're trying to manifest it, but they're not doing shit. They're not getting no money. They're not doing nothing. So what do you gotta do? Get another job. You gotta network. You gotta find out who you can bump and rub shoulders with to get to the next level. So for a girl to sit there and be like, I don't have to, and self-improve, I can be a hoe and do whatever I want, suck as many dicks as they want, and the guy of my dreams is just gonna come to me. No, it's not. You better put in work. If you want to be a wife, you gotta put in work to be a wife. You can't just sit there and be like, oh, he's just gonna come to me. Oh, whatever it is what it is. No, you gotta put in work if you want to be a wife. If you want to get, if a guy wants to have more money, he's got to put in more work. If a guy wants a bad girl, that's what he's gonna have to do. He's gonna learn how to have to talk correct to a girl. He's gonna have to get his dressing on point. He's gonna have to shave up. He's gonna have to make sure his hygiene's on point. He's gonna have to obviously get your bread up, and you can't be weird. It's super easy. Girls don't have to do any of that. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it with you. They're lucky. That's cool. I ain't hating on them. Do you, baby? You just gotta sit there and be pretty, which is cool, but don't fuck it up by being fat, by being a hoe. Those are pretty much the only things I can think of, or trying to act manly. Those are the only things I can really think of that you. Other than that, any guy's gonna want to take you. Any guy would take you and take you serious and wipe you up if you're just not any of those things. You don't even have to be as pretty for some guys. I'm gonna keep it G with you, but I mean, hey, they're a little crazy. I mean, I get what both points were being said there. Let me know what y'all think in the comment box below. Would y'all take an OnlyFans girl serious? Would y'all not? Just let me know what y'all think. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong there. I think majority of men will not take them serious. Y'all let me know in the comment box below if I'm tripping or if I'm all right. Holla back at your boy.